Hi guys, and welcome back to Natural Curlies TV. Today I'm going to be sharing with you how to be a smart natural. So if you'd like to know more, then stay tuned. So I'm sure a lot of you are thinking, smart, what's she talking about? How rude is she? How can she say how to be a smart natural? I'm already smart. I'm not talking about smart as in intelligence. I know that you're all extremely intelligent, so don't worry about that. What I'm talking about is SMART, the acronym for which is used in goal setting. So it's New Year's and some of you might have set the goal of wanting to achieve different things with your hair throughout the year. So well, some of you may have and some of you may not have. It's up to you what you decide to do. But if you have, then SMART is a good way of actually getting your goals done. So what SMART stands for is, so the S stands for specific, the M stands for measurable, the A stands for attainable, the R stands for realistic, and the T stands for timely. So it's about how you're going to actually set your goal so it can meet those different specific points. So some people set a goal, okay, I just want, I want to grow long, healthy hair. That goal is very, very general, and it's not actually telling you kind of how you're going to get there, what it is you're going to do to actually get there, how long is it going to take you to get there. Is it a realistic goal? If you say, look, I want to grow my hair by the end of the like have my hair waist length by the end of the year and it's at chin length, is that a realistic goal? And like, how long is it actually going to take you to actually achieve that goal? And you want to set it so I guess it's timely, so it's not too long, because if goals are often too long, they you forget about them, you become bored, and then you think, oh god, I'm never going to achieve it. So you want to make it timely so that you can actually achieve that goal. Okay guys, so first off, I'm just going to set a very general kind of long-term goal as an example for SMART and how you can set a specific, well, SMART goal really. I'm just going to use myself as an example because it's just the easiest thing for me to do, and thinking back to when I wanted to achieve certain things with my hair, this is the types of things that I was doing. So I'll just set the goal as being, well, the very generic long-term goal as being, I want to improve curl definition to my hair. So as you've just heard, that's very general. It's not given very much kind of information about how, I'm going to do it, what types of steps I'm going to take, how long is it, going to take me. So this is where a SMART goal actually comes in, and you can break that goal down. A long-term goal also is something that you're going to achieve over a longer period of time. So within that long-term goal, we need to have short-term goals, and SMART can be used to set the shorter term goals so you can get to your overall goal, your overall long-term goal. So let's go for this. Let's actually create our SMART goal for wanting to improve curl definition to our hair. So I've gone ahead and done it, and I actually had to sit and write this down so that it made sense, and I hope it does once I read it out as well. But just to make sure it was specific and meeting the actual SMART goal requirements. And I'm actually going to read it out to you from from my little pad here that I have. So the SMART goal is, I will only use a comb 3 times within a 6-week period to detangle my hair on wash days. Done. That is it. That's my SMART goal. So let's actually go through the goal, break it down, and see if I have actually met the requirements for a SMART goal. So firstly, I'd just like to say that I know that if I reduce using styling tools such as combs and brushes, I will be able to maintain my curl pattern. So that's the first thing. I know that kind of before starting my goal, and that's why I have put into my SMART goal that I will only use a comb on wash days only. So I'm not going to be manipulating my hair any other time during the 6-week period. So there you go, I put it there, the 6-week period. So I've actually made it timely. That's the timely part of the SMART goal. The 6 weeks, I will only use a comb 3 times. 3 times is the measurable part of the actual goal. So if I know that I've met over a 6-week period that I've only used my comb 3 times, I know that I have met my goal, so it's measurable. If I met it, if I kind of use the comb, if I use the comb more than 3 times, then I know that I wasn't only using it on wash days, I was using it on other days as well. If I used it only twice, then there must have been a time when I washed my hair when I didn't use a comb at all, and maybe I just used my fingers. So there it's measurable. You can see whether or not I met my goal, I surpassed my goal, or I didn't achieve my goal. So is my goal realistic? I think my goal is realistic. I'm not thinking about what I do now. I'm kind of trying to think about what other people might be doing at the moment, because you know, if you watch my videos, you know that I use my fingers the majority of the time anyway. On wash days, I don't use a comb. So I'm just thinking about the general kind of natural hair population and the amount of times they might use a comb during the week. I think it is realistic, and I think that we can do things to keep our fingers, to keep combs or any styling tools out of our hair. So if we're kind of wearing like protective styles, twists or braids or something like that, we won't be touching our hair for a certain amount of time, and only on wash days will we be using a comb. So I think in that sense the goal is realistic. It would be unrealistic for me to say you are not going to use a comb for 6 weeks. That would be unrealistic, especially if a person is used to using a comb the majority of the time. For me to say, okay, I'm not going to use a comb whatsoever for 6 weeks would be something that's unachievable, especially for someone that is not used to doing that. So I think this goal is definitely a realistic one. So is this goal attainable? That's the A part of SMART. So we want our goal to be attainable so that it's not demoralizing in any way. We want to be able to achieve it so we can kind of move on to the next goal without thinking, okay, well, we're gonna fail that one as well, so what's the point of going on? And I do think that this goal is achievable, and I also think that having a goal that's realistic and kind of links in with being attainable, because if your goal is realistic, it's more likely that you're going to be able to achieve it anyway. And if I was to say, you know, you're not going to be able to use, again, if I was to say you're not going to be able to use any styling tools whatsoever within a 6-week period, then that would be unattainable. I would feel as though that would be something that, you know, people would not be able to do if they're used to using a comb the majority of the time. Therefore, I do feel that this is a attainable goal. And then lastly, is this goal actually specific? What do you think? I'm gonna say, yeah, it is specific, and it's very specific. We want our goal to be as specific as possible so that we have a clear direction of where we actually want to go. And that's why it's so important to set good, defined, clear goals, because we want to be able to achieve what we want to achieve, or, you know, what we set out to achieve. And I think from this goal that I've set, it is very specific. I have told you that I am only going to use a comb 3 times in a 6-week period on wash days only, and, you know, just detangle my hair with a comb on those days, and that's it. So it's very, very specific. Again, if I had just left my goal as being I want to achieve greater curl definition to my hair, that's very general. It's not telling me how I'm actually going to get there. There's no clear direction, there's no vision. I haven't set out the way that I'm going to get there. It's not timely, it's nothing. So this goal this SMART goal that I have set, it clearly defines everything that I am going to do to be able to get to where I want to go, which is to achieve maximum curl definition. So that's it, guys. That's how you set yourself a SMART goal, and that's how you can be a smart natural. So I hope it's helped, and you know, I hope it'll be kind of easier for you guys to set goals for yourself in relation to kind of natural hair, or even just in life, because you know, you can use this in everyday practice. Don't only use it to set natural hair goals, set it in life, set it with anything that you want to achieve. Break it down and make it specific, and then you will be able to get where you need to be, and you can actually kind of see if you're achieving what you want to achieve. You know, people don't just say, I want to get rich, and set that goal. There's different things that you need to do to get to where you need to be. It doesn't happen just like that. Nothing ever does, okay? Nothing ever does. But if you work hard at whatever you need to do, then you will get there. Trust me, you will get there. So as I said, I really hope that this has kind of helped you in some way. And yes, it wouldn't be a natural hair video without me actually saying what my hair is doing at the moment. So this is a roller set that I did. I did do a tutorial on it, and this is like a couple of days old, so this is why it looks like this. It looks so much better, and I can't wait to get that video out to you guys. If you're watching this for the first time, please subscribe to Natural Curlies TV. Please thumbs up this video if you found it useful, and let me know what your goals are, guys. Let me know what your goals are for this year with your natural hair, or with anything that you'd like to share with me. I'd be more than happy to know, and I always try and get back to comments as soon as I can. Natural Curlies is on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and I'm on Snapchat as well. So if you want to see a bit more of a personal side to me, then just add me on Snapchat. It's all Natural Curlies. Natural Curlies all the way, all the ends, all the C's, okay? So yeah guys, I've enjoyed making this video, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye for now.